Why are you all up? Now, welcome back to part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, what the hell are you doing watching part 2 first? Go and see part 1 first. Links in the description. Come on, sort it out. Anyway, let's get on with part 2. Oof. Okay, right. What we've got to do now is get inside it. Because I need to sort out this dodgy door, the belt, and the loud motor, the noisy motor. So luckily I was able to download a service manual, so I think I can get into all that through the front here. So I've got to remove that screw, there's 2 screws under here, okay, and in there's a little screw just there. Right, so let's get them removed and get the front off. Got to open the door to get the front off there. There you go. Okay, and this should come off as well. Okay, I found a problem with the door. Right, so you can see this here. On that side is a little bit of plastic. If you can see that, a little bit of plastic there. Okay, it's got a little sort of lip or hook on it. Very simple little piece. And it hooks over that and stops it popping out. And that sits over that, like this. Let's see if I can get it here. That kind of goes there like that. And that stops it popping out then, look. Without that being there, it's going to pop out. So then I thought, well, I could get a bit of glue and stick it in like that. But I guarantee you that's not going to last. I can stick it in like that, and that's just going to snap off within maybe a few hours of use, okay, because it's not much to stick on. So then I came up with a plan, and I thought, what if I stick that to that, okay, glue that to that, and then pop that in here like that. Do you see where I'm coming from now? Oh God, it's so fiddly trying to do this with the camera in the way. So, do that like that. Oh, come on, you piece of sugar. So, I don't know if you can see that, but I glue this to this piece of angled metal, then glue that piece of metal to the frame, and that will give it a much stronger hold, and I think it'll last a little longer. How long it'll last, I don't know. And the problem is, I can't find my epoxy resin, because I'd like to epoxy resin that. But I have got some Gorilla Super Glue, which is fallen on the floor. Right, boing. So super glue gel, I'll try it with that. If it comes off, I'll go and buy some epoxy and stick it back on again. No biggie, I found it once, I'll find it again. Okay, let's get that done then. I didn't really want to stick it to my hand, but here we are. I've got to make sure as well, let's wipe off that glue. I must have my hand stuck to it. Make sure it's level. Right, let's just let that set now. So as you can see now, this is what I've done. Number 1, okay, so I've glued it to that. I've bolstered the sides as well, so reinforced the side with super glue and underneath. And I've also put a bit of gaffer tape on it just to give it a bit more reinforcement. So I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know. We will see. Anyway, so what I'm going to do then is glue it to there, like that. So I'm going to stick it on there, and that should hold it in place. Let's see if it works. Let's glue it. Get out the stupid glue. Right. Put a bit of glue on here. And again, let's be careful not to glue my hands to this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's all going wrong. There, I glued my hands to it. There you go. Look at this. There you go. Right, make sure that's glued down now. Hold that for a minute. Let's hold it with the screwdriver so I don't glue my hands to it. Right, I'm going to leave that, even though sometimes it says 10 seconds. I'm going to leave that for about a half hour or so and see if it's worked, and we'll check it out later. But it looks all right. Fingers crossed, eh? Okay, so there's the noisy motor, and the belt's going to lie somewhere under there, and I'm hoping this just comes out. It should do, I think. It looks pretty loose. I'm going to be quite careful because the wires are attached. Ah. I'm just going to change the camera angle for you. Okay, so here we are at the back. And you can see that the belt is completely gone. There's no belt. It's supposed to be connected to the motor there. And there isn't one. So I think I have to remove these 3 screws there, put a new belt on, but I'm going to have to clean all the gunk off. You can see the belt's completely gone, look. It's gone to gunk. It's just, look, it's just nothing. It's just completely rotten. So I'm going to have to clean that all off. Oh gosh. Okay, so I've removed all that black shite. It's all off. It was flipping everywhere. Blimey. It's all over my hands. Look, I've got to clean my hands before I move along. Anyway, so it's all off. But before I put the belt on, I need to look at this motor, why it's making so much noise. So I need to get the motor off now. So these 3 screws here. Okay, so I took off the motor. Took off the lid, like I've seen in some videos on YouTube, and the motor's completely different to what they've done. There's no way to get in there and oil it without completely dismantling it, and that's beyond my remit. So what I did, I did trying to drip a little oil in the bottom there, tipped it up, and then cleaned off the excess so it doesn't get, I don't want any oil getting on this pulley system here, on the wheels or whatever they're called. I don't know the technical terms. But anyway, I've got to get the belt on, so I need to take this off here. And I think I've got the right size belt. I think that looks about right there. I reckon that'll do it. Let's not mix it up. Let's keep it all separate from the other belts. So let's take that off. Okay, that looks all right. Doesn't seem too tight. Doesn't seem too loose. Seems to be doing the job. Right, let's put it back together and see if it works. Okay, I've got a bit of power going to it now, so I need to be careful what I touch. Let's press play and see what happens. Oh! Is that moving? Yeah. Pinch roller's moving, the capstan's moving. This is going. Yeah! Okay, and listen to that motor. No noise. What the deuce? Marvellous. Before I put the lid back on, I do want to give the heads a clean, the record head, the capstan and the pinch roller a good clean because they're flipping filthy. Right, let's have a look. Let's get some of this on here. Good, you can see the dirt coming off there. If I can get that to zoom in on my hand. Look at that. That's the heads cleaned as good as I can. They were absolutely filthy. On the main playhead, there is a little bit of surface rust on it. I don't know if that's going to affect it. Who knows? The pinch roller was stinking. Took me flipping ages to clean it. Finally got it all off. So we'll see if it plays or not and how well it plays. I don't know. But hey, have a look at my little repair here. It seems to have done the trick. Just there, look. There we go. Seems pretty solid in there. I don't know how long it'll last, but at the moment it's working. So I'm happy with that. Right, let's get the front back on. Right, so it's all back together. It's working, I hope. Now I haven't tested the tape yet, so let's test the tape and see what happens. Like I said, I don't know, looking at that record head there with a bit of rust on, and they were absolutely filthy as well. It's 40 years old, so let's see. Now, I bought this really crappy tape off eBay. It looks a bit cheap. Yeah. Yeah. It cost me a few quid. Maybe I will get a better tape. So I don't know how good this is going to be either. So let's stick it in. And fingers crossed, let's see what happens. Well, it's forwarding. Nothing. Maybe I didn't have the volume up enough. Where the tone works. Stereo wide. Stereo. Mono. Actually, the stereo wide doesn't sound too bad. I don't want to play too much of that because I'm going to get copyright struck. Let's try the other side. Now, let me have a little listen to this and I'll get back to you in a sec. Okay, I've had a little play around with it and it seems to be a little bit all over the place. I don't know what the wow and flutter are. I've got nothing to test it, but I guarantee it would be out quite a bit. I did try, before I put it together, I did try adjusting the tape head to make sure it was level, but it just seems, it's 40 years old. What do you expect? That tape head probably hasn't been used in 10 years, okay? And it's been in a shed or a garage or something and they've been just using it for the radio, I reckon. Yeah, it just doesn't sound quite right. See, just goes a little bit all over the place. So I'm not sure if I need to put some contact spray on these, maybe take it apart, put contact spray on these, clean them up a little bit. But sometimes it sounds a little bit muffled, then it goes really bright and it's got no bass on it. So anyway, that's something for me to work on maybe in the future. That's come to the end of the video. I'm not disappointed. It's a little bit on nostalgia. It could be this crappy, shitty tape. Okay, it could be just a load of rubbish. I only paid a few pounds for it and it's brand new. So it could be this recording, it could be this tape is a bit naff. I will try and get better tape for it and see if that makes a difference. But hey, it's a bit of nostalgia. I'm definitely going to keep it. You know, it's good to keep, I don't know, keep it on a shelf or something in the background. Yeah, that's what I used to use when I was a kid. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, whatever. I'll catch you in the next one.